Hello everyone, it is Thursday morning, it is my day off. I had to work all this weekend, so I really get basically one day to myself this week, but hey, gotta make the money when you can. We are last at the beginning of Power Up. We just finished Blast Pit, where we fired the test rocket to kill the tentacle beast living in the pit. But on the way there, the chapter We've Got Hostiles only recorded about half of it and suddenly just cut the recording off. I don't know why, I've never figured out the reason for this. And in the continual recordings I've done after that point, I've got no explanation as to why it did that. But it's too important of a story moment to just gloss over it. So I have a hard save right at the very beginning of Power Up where we're going to pick things back up after this. But I'm going to start a new game right at We've Got Hostiles, just so that we can see it. It's too important not to, because there's a huge moment that's going to happen here. So it's going to start me out with all the weapons I'm supposed to have up to this point, but not a whole lot of ammunition. And I was saying, like, why don't I have the Python yet? But this is everything I'm supposed to have up to this point. It's just the Glock and the Spas 12. It doesn't give me any hand grenades, though, which is unusual. And this time we're going to remember to fix the reload sound that doesn't work right away. Which I don't really know why that happens, but anyway, here we go.
For God's sake, open the silo doors! They're coming for us! It's our only way out!
Oh, he got munched.
My God, we're doomed!
Ouch. That was a trip mine. Anyway, so it starts us with a new game. It starts us at the beginning of the chapter with whatever weapons we're supposed to have up to that point, minus the hand grenades, which we were able to pick up in the second chapter. But it's going to give us very little ammunition and no armor. But we have reached the surface where, hopefully, the last thing we've heard is the military is on its way to secure the area and evacuate the citizens. So, and that's a sentry gun, which we're going to run right on past because fuck that. Let it do its thing. Not having any armor makes the sentries a lot more dangerous. The sentries hurt really, really bad. They will tear you apart. But they're pretty easy to bring down. The problem with them is they're always in really insidious fucking locations. It's where if you don't know where they are, or you just happen to run past one and not know it, they will rip you up. On the higher difficulties, if you don't have any armor, they can just straight up drop you. I can't say that it's too dickish with the way they're set up, that the level designers were dickheads when they put them where they do. Because the level designers are dickheads for putting the guns where they are. But, if, you were laying them to try to catch people, they're in great locations for anyone trying to sneak through. This hallway, when I was first going through this and didn't know why I didn't have a Python, I was complaining that I didn't have a Python because this is difficult without it. The little Glock just doesn't do enough. The Python can drop a Vortigon in one good hit. The Glock takes 8 or 9 hits. Alright, that's done. I don't think there's any useful prizes in the cafeteria. Ramblers! Oh. I always use more ammunition. Okay. It is possible to get over this tripwire without alerting the guns. Though it is difficult, and I'm gonna try it. Shit. Well, that's fucked. Alright, well, that was a fail. I didn't even get to try to jump over it. 2 Vortigaunts are gonna teleport in right here when I get too far away. So setting those guns off without killing them, they can shoot the gaunts down. Eventually they'll get bored and go back to sleep. Maybe not. Alright. Doesn't look like I have much choice on this one.
Blood loss detected.
Fuck, the sentries hurt. Naturally, the first playthrough I did, where the recording just broke, I did this job a lot better. And also not having any armor is making the damage hit a lot harder. See, this is what I'm talking about. You have to climb over this, and there's a gun right the hell here. And then going through this door, there's one right the hell here. They're in super dickish locations. Shit. Ah, we're back here. Fine. A nice thing with the animators that they did is the reload animations. A lot of games have sweet reloads, but they do them wrong. When I was reloading the handgun each time before, Gordon would drop the magazine, load a fresh magazine, and move on. If you drop the magazine or drop the weapon all the way to empty, where the last round in the chamber is gone, he'll actually have to recycle the action to get it to reload. And a lot of games don't do that properly. They either never do the cocking animation, or they always do when it's not necessary. So I'm going to let this handgun run all the way out to demonstrate that. Notice it slides all the way back, and then we have to pop it forward. All the weapons actually do that, which they should. Apparently there's a Vortigaunt very angry that I'm using the vending machine. Who's also very confused. Alright, doing this shit. Oh, this was here the whole time? Man, I didn't even know it. Well, that'll be helpful. We're in slightly better condition. Drinking pop gives you 1% health. I don't know how much change Freeman carries with him. Oh man, your belly would hurt swigging that much pop that quickly. Oh my god. What did I swig? 13 cans of pop in less than a minute. Oh, that would not feel good. Alright, we're going to try to not fuck this up this time and actually get past this. If we can get past this, not only will I not get shot by the guns, but they'll deal with the Vortigaunts for me. Well, That kind of worked. There we go. Good enough. Much better. Oh. If only that happened the first time. Alright. Now we're in full health and have more ammo. Much better. Deal with these dickhead guns.
Careful, don't cross the beams.
Alright. Much better.
Does anyone have a cell phone I could borrow?
Why didn't anybody use their phone to call for help? Okay. Tripwires. Let's not kill
All
these
right,
scientists.
cover me. You go on ahead. I'll catch up. Lead on. I'll stay here. Don't you think we should wait?
Oh. Shit. I didn't want to do that. Ow.
I'm sticking to you like right on calcium.
Power
At least we got some armor finally. Got some more boom candy. Yeah. Come on, scientist dude. You're coming with me. So the Marine Corps is here and clearly setting up shop. All kinds of cool hardware laying around. Some more armor.
30%.
50 cal rounds. I could use a 50 cal. Coming with or not?
You're going to have to leave me here, Warden. I'm going to stay here and wait for my colleagues.
Fine, be a pussy. So anyway, this part right here, this didn't happen in the first game. It's the next scene up. Or not the first game, the original. But this was a demonstration of why Half-Life was such a drastic improvement in storytelling in first-person shooters. The camera and the control of the game is never taken away from you here. But something is about to happen, which was a hell of a moment. And when it happened, it could have just given you some text to read in between the level transitions, like older games. Or in the other ways, like Metal Gear, where it would just take the camera away from you and vomit exposition on your face for 10 minutes explaining what's going on. But Half-Life just made things happen around you that you noticed and you either paid attention to or not. And this is it, and this is why I wanted to come back and do this, because it's too important not to show this chapter.
Oh, rescued at last! Thank God you're here.
So the Marine Corps is here, and everyone was racing up here to get extracted from the area, because the Marines were here to save everyone. The dude came off of a freight elevator, a scientist ran right into his arms, so happy that he was safe, and got immediately torn apart. Where did he go? Shit. The Marines are not here to save anyone. We stayed in the elevator. I can't believe that worked. He saw me throw it and then ran right into it. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, the Marines are here to secure the facility, absolutely. But they're also here to silence anyone involved with it. And we got ourselves an MP5 with a 203. Yeah, son. I did always find it strange that the MP5 is the weapon the Marine Corps uses in this game. It's not really a military weapon. They would be using M4s as far as I'm concerned. The enemies you're facing are a subdivision of the Marine Corps called the HECU, the Hostile Environment Combat Unit, that are heavily trained to largely deal with indoor combat situations, which is the reason they're using MP5s. This right here is where it would have been forced revealed in the original game that the Marines were here to kill you, not save you. That first situation with the freight elevator didn't happen. Once again, we see the very nice reload animation, which doesn't happen if you're just cycling a magazine, you don't cock it. I wish more games did this correctly. Even Valve is guilty of it, Counter-Strike. They cock the weapon every time you reload the magazine. Half-Life has never been known for being a great shooter. It's a great game. Anyone who calls it a great shooter is just rose-tinting it. The combat mechanics in Half-Life were never very good. The enemy had to stand still to fire at you, which doesn't make for very dynamic combat. But Black Mesa made it so the enemies are significantly more aggressive, more intelligent, and they move much more often. They don't have to stand still to fire at you. They fire and shoot on the move. The Marines will provide suppressive fire for each other. Very good stuff. So we now have the realization that the Marines are not here for you. They're here to kill you. Oh God, what do we do now? What would go through Gordon's mind? I went through all this shit today to get up here so I can go home. And now I'm being fired on by the people that I thought were here to rescue me. And not just you, all the scientists, likely the security guards, they're all getting shot at too.
Military personnel. Prosecute Kilo, India, Lima with extreme force.
Kilo, India, Lima. I don't really know who that's supposed to be. I forget which way you're supposed to go. I think it's actually this way. You gotta run on the treadmill. Oh, there's a dude here that you can get with a hand grenade if you're really good. Oh, it's not this. This is a bunch of head crabs. Up there and inside that conveyor line is a dude that you can get with a good placed hand grenade. But it's a tough shot. Let's see if we can get it. This is tough. Oh, I got him. Perfect. Fucking gun down there.
Turret maintenance team. Report to Central Command and Communications Center.
Use of the supplies here. Set off all these explosives. Deal with those guns that are down there. That didn't go well at all.
I'm the one man.
No, 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 no. Don't go out there. Oh, shit. I would love to own an MP5. Good luck getting one, though. It'd run you about $20,000, I think, to buy one. Ow. That dude got me good.
I got something for you.
Where are you? Is that a hit? Yeah, he got hit. Combat in Black Mesa is so much more intense than originally in Half-Life. Better as well, I think, than Half-Life 2, where the enemies there are also pretty stupid. We got plenty of ammunition. Out of armor again, but alright. This whole chapter boils up to one particularly awesome moment, which isn't far away, where we get to hear the really combat-intensive, high-paced music that Mr. Joel Nielsen provided for the soundtrack. Whenever the Marines are involved, there's some awesome music.
Personnel, evacuate high security materials storage facility.
Who's calling? Excuse me. Sorry for that, I got a phone call. I forgot I had somebody coming by the house at some point, but a lot later than I thought. They're coming by at 5 in the evening rather than sometime today. But whatever. Back to what we were doing. Oh. Fuck. Lots of suppressive fire, lots of grenades. That boy was real ballsy. That dude got lit up. That didn't go too well, but it could have been worse, I guess. Batteries.
Search and destroy force. Bravo. Report secondary objective.
Power 30%. Power 45%.
Alright, health ain't great. There we go. Perfect. This is it here. This is about to be that one kick-ass moment. This is where we see the level of scale that the Marines have brought with them to shut the facility down. Up at the top of this freight elevator. This is the best scene of the first half of the game, in my opinion. Also, we get a really, really kick-ass BGM song. This is one of the scenes in the game where you can't really stand and fight your ground. You have to move. You could fight your way through it, but man, it is not easy to do. It's better to just shoot on the move, get to where you gotta go. Here we go. This part fucking kicks ass. Fuck all of that. Yeah, the Marines ain't here fucking around. They're shelling the hell out of the place, bombing it, artillery strikes, airstrikes, and there's an Osprey continually dropping more people in, which apparently didn't know what they were supposed to do. Those two lines were supposed to be Marines that dropped in on a rappel cord and apparently fell right into the fire. Whatever. Works to me. God damn, is that music kick ass. If you try to stand and fight, not only is there about 8 Marines out there, the Osprey continues to drop people off, I think. I don't think the artillery can actually hit you, though. I think that's just background noise. Never get away from fucking headcrab. We're almost out of here. Question is, what do we do now? Yeah, that's just rude.
I've killed 12 dumbass scientists, and not one of them's fought back. Sucks.
Did you get cut? Mowing down civilians, which is already something you should not do, and then complain that they didn't fight back? Fuck you, dude.
Well, so much for the government. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone associated with the project. Judging by your hazard suit, I'd say you were part of what went wrong. Isn't that right? Now look, if anyone can end this catastrophe, it's the science team in the Lambda complex at the opposite end of the base. With the transit system out, I couldn't tell you how to get there. But there's an old decommissioned rail system somewhere through here beyond the silo complex. If you can make it through the rocket test labs, you might be able to worm your way through the old tunnels to track down whatever is left of the Lambda team. You can trust them. You can trust all of us.
Well, now we have our new objective. Escape is not possible, but we're going to work with the Lambda team on the other end of the facility to prevent the aliens from getting here. The same technology that warped them in here by accident, the Lambda team had the ability to forcibly close the portal that was opened. To get there, we're going to travel first through the missile silo. And this is where We've Got Hostiles officially ends. So now we have our new objective, and off we go. We're going to cut the recording here because we've already seen this part, just out of order. And I'm going to pick back up at the place we're supposed to be, which is right at the start of Power Up. So that is where I'll see you guys next.